The essence of my comments today at TEDxWallStreet are that the context of success is changing. This is about redefining success, and we're changing from a corporate context to an individual context. And this is, as Reid Hoffman's new book is called, The Startup of You. We are talking about individual people, individual entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurial personal producers, and that's how success will be defined in the 21st century.
With the changing modes of success in the 21st century, what does that mean for people coming out of college, children going into college now? How will success be changed 20 years from now?
It means that in this day and age, you are responsible for your career. Jobs used to be synonymous with career. So you would get a job, and as far as you were concerned, that was your career. The company would take care of you, would tell you where to go, would train you and promote you, give you responsibility, give you direction, and then at the end of the day, either spit you out or let you land gently on a pillow. But the company was your career. Anybody coming out of school now is likely to have 3 jobs within the first 5 years of their existence, and probably 5 or 10 jobs by the time they've had their run. And so what that means is their career is for them to control. It's a question of personal brand and personal choices, and as you go through all the various jobs that you'll be working on, they will increasingly become shorter term, become freelancing jobs, become independent contractors, independent personal producers who will be working with entrepreneurs to create all the new things for the 21st century. And that means you have to control your life and be part of the online conversation and manage your brand.
What does that mean for the venture capital industry over the next 10 years?
It means venture capital is necessarily going to change. Venture capital, which has been funding innovation, is great and will continue to do so. Historically, venture funds put a lot of money into a very few companies trying to pick the winners. But now with the cost of capital to starting a company dropped drastically in this era of technological exponential growth, it means there will be many, many more companies that are trying things, throwing things against the wall and seeing what works. And the job of venture capital is going to be to see how they can take all of that accumulated capital of society and spread it out over a larger number of these innovative startups.
Do you think that in various cities like Houston, Austin, New York, Southern California, that the ecosystem of startups is going to grow exponentially then?
Oh, the ecosystem is already growing. If you take a look at the New York tech system, the ecosystem in New York for startup companies was non-existent 20 years ago. Red Herring magazine described me as the patriarch of Silicon Alley back in the late 1980s, early 1990s. Well, that was easy because there were 4 tech companies in New York, one of which was IBM. Today, the New York Tech Meetup, which is the monthly gathering of techno startups, has 22,000 members. 22,000, and it's growing. It's the fastest growing meetup in the world. It is the largest meetup on the entire meetup platform, and the ecosystem here in New York now is leveraging New York's historical strengths in finance and fashion and advertising, and this really is an amazing capital, and you're going to see this happening in other centers around the world, traditional urban centers as well as new ones that are arising based on tech economies.